Hola, bienvenidos a todos. Gracias por conectarse por aquí en Colombia nos une. Mi nombre es Joana López y soy la fundadora y dueña de Maranatha Education Center. Muchas gracias por conectarse. Muchas gracias a Colombia nos une. Gracias por darnos esta oportunidad aquí. Oh, no está funcionando el micrófono, parece. Vamos a ver qué pasó por aquí. Edit. Oh, ok. El mío sí está funcionando, Daniela, ¿sí está bien? Ah, ok, gracias. Ya iba a mirar por aquí qué había pasado. Entonces parece que estamos bien, me escuchan bien, me ven bien. Les estaba dando las gracias a Colombia nos une. La semana pasada no pude estar aquí en la clase porque estuve en un evento que organizó la cónsul Erika Salamanca. Fue un evento muy bonito para los empresarios colombianos aquí en el área de Washington, D.C. Quiero darle las gracias por medio de este canal, ¿cierto? Gracias porque de verdad que fue muy bonito conocer otros emprendedores colombianos en el área y fue muy bonito poder ver las ideas que nacieron mientras estábamos hablando, mientras estábamos conociéndonos, hablando de los proyectos que tenemos en mente. De verdad, muchas gracias y pues bueno, vamos a comenzar con el tema de hoy. Voy a compartir mi pantalla, entonces Daniela, si puedes ahí ponerme la pantalla. ¿Okay? Entonces, el tema que tenemos hoy es un tema muy interesante, de pronto es algo nuevo para ustedes, ¿ok? Esto se llama Informational Interviews y se llama también Job Shadowing. Son dos formas innovadoras para expandir tu red de contactos y para aprender sobre el trabajo de tus sueños en corto tiempo. Y cuando digo corto tiempo, es verdad, puede ser en 20 minutos, puede ser en 30 minutos, en un día o quizás en una semana. Entonces, espero que estén listos y tomen nota en caso de que ustedes quieran de pronto ver esta grabación en un futuro para tomar notas o algo se les pasó. Aquí queda grabada la clase y también la voy a poner en mi canal, que es Maranatha Education Center, y ahí voy a poner la copia de esta presentación para que puedan usarla, para que puedan hacer clic a los enlaces que tengo aquí. Entonces ahí les va a quedar toda esa información, ¿no? Entonces, de nuevo, mi nombre es Joana López y estamos aquí a punto de aprender sobre Informational Interviews and Job Shadowing. Va a estar muy interesante, ¿no? Entonces, antes de empezar, quiero hacer un pequeño review, un repaso. These are tips for writing a professional resume, okay? So, last week, we learned about how to write a professional resume, una hoja de vida profesional. And these are the basic categories or things that you should add to your resume. You should have a header with your name, your contact info, a professional email, right? We talked about that. You should also list relevant experience. Okay, anything that is related to the job that you are applying to, you should add to your resume. Okay, this means that you might have different resumes for different job applications that you have. That's okay, that's totally okay. You should list your education, okay? Any certificates that you may have, any courses that you might be taking, anything that can be used to highlight your skills and what you know when you're trying to interview for a job. And finally, you should list your skills, language skills. If you want to add your English, you should add your level of proficiency. Are you advanced? Are you intermediate? Always list and always be honest, okay? Because they will check. And I was doing interviews. No se ve la presentación. Let's see here. Let's see here. Thank you, Laura. Let me see here. Daniela. Oh, okay. It was me. Great. Here, share screen. Share. Share. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Laura. Okay, I think we should be good now. Let me check here. Awesome. Okay, so I was talking about the different sections that you need to add to your resume. Okay, you should add computer skills. For example, you can add your Microsoft Office, right? Just add that, or G Suite. Right now, a lot of companies use Gmail for their company, right? That's why I told you it's a good idea to get a Gmail account, because a lot of companies use Gmail. It's easy to send documents, it's easy to share a calendar, different things. So that's why you should maybe take a class if you don't know how to use Google Drive or Gmail that well. That's one thing that you should be working on. Okay. And finally, soft skills. You can actually click here to get more examples of soft skills. Okay. Here are some other things. You should use action verbs. I added a list of different action verbs here from a website that I found. It's really good. And you should use things that show that, like, highlight your accomplishments. Okay. So it could be anything from your honors. Maybe you got honors. Maybe you have a high GPA. That GPA means grade point average. It's basically like the average of your grades. In the United States, it goes up to 4. So if you have a GPA higher than 3.5, you should include that. So GPA talks about your grades, like how good did you do in school. If you got a scholarship, you should add that. If you have any awards and any results from your work, using percentage numbers and money whenever possible. Okay, so here's an example that I added for you. Let's say that you work in sales, and at this job that you have, you increased sales by 10% during your first year. This is beautiful. This looks amazing. Why? Because it has an action verb. Okay, it's listed in the past because it has ed, increased in the past. And if it's a past experience, it should have ed at the end. And then it talks about 10%. So it gives a specific number. It talks about exactly how much your work matter at this company. So whenever possible, you should try to add percentages, numbers, or money that helped the company grow in any way. Okay, so that's just a tip that I have for you here. I also talked about the font size. It should be 10 to 12 points. The margin should be 1/2 inch to 1 inch. If you have less than 10 years of experience, it should be 1 page. Always remember to be consistent. Check your grammar. And in the United States, don't put your picture. You do not need the picture. It's actually could be interpreted as, like, there could be a discrimination if you put your picture. So in the United States, we do not put our picture in our resume. Okay. Now, how do I grow my professional network? This is the topic for today. One way is through an informational interview, and another way is through job shadowing. Okay. So what is an informational interview? Have you ever been to one? Have you ever heard of these? Is this new to you? So an informational interview is a 20-minute conversation with a professional to get an insider's point of view on a particular profession, position, career choice, or industry. Okay. It should not be more than 30 minutes. 15 minutes to 30 minutes is good. 20 minutes is perfect. It could be maybe you want to buy coffee for the professional that you want to talk to, right? It could be during lunch. Maybe now you can do it online, or maybe it could just be a phone call. All right. This is a game changer. This is a very good way for you to get to know inside information from that position or career choice that you're exploring. Okay. Now, what is job shadowing? Shadowing is an opportunity to observe a professional at a work for a day, for a week. It could be anything like that, right? It could be a short amount of time or longer time to get an insider's point of view on a particular profession, position, career choice, or industry. This is another way that I highly recommend that you can maybe get to know someone, increase your network, right? This could be good idea. Okay, so what are the benefits of having an informational interview or job shadowing? It can help you get valuable information for job hunting and career planning. It can show you reality versus what you heard. Okay, what is it to be in this job for real? Not what you hear, not what you see on the internet. Really, like, you go into the office, you go into the place of work, the workplace, and you see for yourself, what is this? Do I like it? Do I like this job? Or, oh no, this job is not for me, right? Is this job really what you want? This is a very good and quick way. Maybe you want to be you think you want to be in working at a bank, right? And you're like, oh, that's my dream, I want to work at a bank. But you do a job shadowing or informational interview, and then you decide, oh no, this is not for me, this is not what I want. Okay, so this is a very good way to do it. Another benefit would be to improve your interviewing skills. This is a very good way for you to learn the culture of the job setting. Okay, you can see how people are dressed. What's the dress code? You can see people are friendly, or people are always frustrated, like always angry. You can see people dress, well, I already said that, like dress professionally or more relaxed. So you can learn a lot about the culture of the workplace through these experience. Also, you can improve your interviewing skills by learning about the qualifications and experience needed. Okay, you are talking to that person that has the job that you want, and you're asking them directly, what qualifications, what experience do I need to get the job that you have? Right now, this is a very good, again, good way to get direct information, the insider's point of view, so you can make better choices and prepare yourself for that interview. All right. Now, it's also a good way to grow your professional network. Okay, get more contacts. You can ask for referrals. You can add new acquaintances to your LinkedIn. I know in Colombia, LinkedIn maybe is not used that much. In the United States, is used a lot. It's used to get jobs. It's used to make contacts. It's used to create like opportunities. You should definitely invest in your LinkedIn account. Okay, so and that's something that I can teach you a little bit more next time. You let me know if this is something that you want to do next class, like working on your LinkedIn account or LinkedIn profile. Okay. Awesome. So here, what can you ask about? Okay, let's say that you're in that informational interview or you're doing that job shadowing. What are you going to talk about? What are you going to talk about? What are you going to talk about? You can talk about many things, a lot of things. This is only a few that I put here, but there's more topics for you to talk about, okay? So here I only put like only a few, but if we were ever to work together in a class, then I would give you the like more detailed ones or other ones, okay? So one, career path, okay? How did this person that has the job that you want, how did they get there? What educational background do they have? What experiences do they have? Right? And you can also ask about the work environment. Is it a nice place to work here? Is this really stressful? What does a day look like for you? Okay. You can also learn or ask about challenges. You can ask about benefits of, working at this company, and you can ask for advice. This is like the main thing that you can get here. This is money right here. You can get advice, consejos. Okay, you can ask questions about what should be your next step. This is amazing, right? And it's free. You don't, and it's easy to do these. Also, it's really important for you to listen and take notes. Okay, this is not a time for you to be talking about everything that you did or talking about your resume. This is a time for you to listen and learn all this information that you're going to be getting for free. Okay. All right, so here are some questions that you can ask. Again, this is only a few. I have more questions that I can give you. The first one says, how did you get started in this field? Okay, so how did you get started in this field? Was it, you want to get the story, like how did you get interested in working at this bank? How did you get interested in working at this school? What educational background or related experience might be helpful in entering this field? This question, wow, it's amazing. You're going to learn exactly what you need to do to be able to get this job, okay? And many times when you are in college, or maybe, you think you need to get a degree to be able to get this job of your dreams. But if you talk to someone, they can tell you quickly, you don't need that. You can actually go and get that, which is quicker, or you can just get experience and do that. So this information here that you get from this question is really important for you to make decisions about your career choice, about what trainings you want to take, and what steps you need to take. Maybe you're not there. Maybe you're not at where you need to be. So with this question, what educational background or related experiences might be helpful in entering this field? This can give you the exact steps that you need to take to get that job. So very good question for you guys. Okay, questions about work environment. What does a day look like for you? What does a day look like for you? And usual day, in the morning, I come in at 8 o'clock in the morning. I usually have a few meetings, and then I have to work on A, B, and C. It's showing you what you're going to be doing at this job in the future. Isn't that amazing? You can really decide like, I want this job. This job I'm in the right path because this is exactly what I want to do. Or you can be like, oh no, this is not good. I don't want to work here. This job is too stressful, or this is not what I really see myself doing in the future. It's a very good question for you. You learn a lot from this question. And then here, what is the workplace culture? What is the workplace culture? what is the workplace culture? So are people friendly? Is it like a family, like the company, everybody's friendly to each other? Or is there a lot of competition in this company? They will tell you honestly what they think of the workplace culture. And again, you can learn a lot from these. You can think, oh, I want this job. This is a good company. This is a good career for me. Or you can be like, oh no, this is not good. This is not a good life and work balance. This is, very competitive, and this is not my thing, right? So you can learn whether or not you can decide what's your next step using these questions, okay? And again, you're not saying much. You ask the question and you let them talk. You let them tell you everything that they have to tell you, okay? You just take notes and you're just learning. You're like soaking it in. You're learning new ideas here. This is not a time for you to be, again, talking too much. You're just learning. Okay, questions about challenges and benefits. Okay, this is a tricky question because you don't want to say things that are too direct, or maybe you just want to learn about the challenges and benefits. And these questions that I have here are good ways for you to ask something general, but you learn from these answers. Okay, so first question: what are your busiest times during the year? What are your busiest times during the year? What can you learn from this question? Well, you can learn how stressful this job is going to be. You can learn, like, if want to do taxes, right? Like, oh, maybe during the time of taxes, it's crazy, like working 7 days a week. But then you can relax a little bit, right? Or is this busy all the time? You have to work a lot during the whole year. Again, you can decide, oh yeah, I want to do this. I don't mind being busy during these times, or this is what I want. And then question number 2: what is your favorite and least favorite thing about your job? Again, what is your favorite and least favorite thing about your job? Okay, ¿qué es tu parte favorita y la parte menos favorita? Es una pregunta muy, sutil, about your job. So you're going to get so much information from this question. They're going to tell you, like, this job is exciting, this job is challenging, but I love it. You're going to hear how passionate they are about this job, and you can get passionate as well. You can be like, oh yeah, I love that. I want to be in this kind of field. I want to be in this position because it's challenging, it's fun. They have benefits, or they respect personal time, things like that, things that you want, right? And then your least favorite, again, they can show you or tell you about details that you wouldn't get unless you're in the job. So this is a good question for you to learn about the bad side of the job, right? Like you can learn about, like, oh, this is not that good, but it's okay, I can handle it. Or you can be like, oh no, this is not good, this is not for me, right? So very good question. Again, you can learn a lot from this question. Diana, si tú quieres aprender inglés, tenemos clases de inglés niveles básico, intermedio y avanzado. So, ahorita puedo mandarte un mensaje aparte. Okay, let's continue here. So, questions to ask for advice. Son preguntas para pedir consejos. Okay, so these questions are so good. You're going to learn so much from these. This is gold. Okay, this is really good. So question number 1: what experience, paid or volunteer, would you recommend? Again, what experience, paid or volunteer, would you recommend? Okay. This can, again, it can give you ideas. It can give you like, oh, maybe they know about a position and they can tell you about it, right? This is a good way to ask for a job, but not directly, okay? Lo que les estoy enseñando hoy no es para conseguir trabajo directamente, pero es para conseguir mucha información. Y esta pregunta es una forma muy sutil de preguntar si hay oportunidades de trabajo. So I highly recommend this question. What experience, paid or volunteer, would you recommend? Okay, they can tell you, oh, my friend is hiring, okay, or we're hiring here, or maybe we have this event and we would love to have you as a volunteer. Good way, okay, good advice. And here we have, what suggestions do you have to help make my resume more suitable for this field? Okay, so here it's a good opportunity for you to bring your resume and tell them, oh, what suggestions do you have to help my resume more suitable for this field? And they can say like, oh, you can actually volunteer here, you can work here, you can get experience here. And it can give you ideas. Oh, yes, this is what I need to do. This is exactly what I need to do. It's going to give you a clear vision of what you need to do to get that job of your dreams. Okay. And then question number 3, who do you suggest I can connect with to continue learning about this field and career path? This question is amazing. Okay. Again, who do you suggest I can connect with to continue learning about this field and career path? This is asking for a referral. This is asking, can you presentarme a alguien que conozca, right? Can you tell me about someone that I can talk to, okay? And it depends on how you do, okay? I'm going to give you some tips on how to prepare for these activities so that they can actually refer you to someone else. Because if you, and I'm gonna show you right now. Well, I'm gonna say it right now. So if you are unprofessional in this informational interview or job shadowing, or maybe you are asking for a job directly, or you're asking maybe questions that are too direct, they can say, oh no, I'm sorry, I don't know anybody else. But if you ask this type of questions, open-ended questions, you dress professionally, you're amable, you're kind, then they can say, oh yes, I can connect you with this other person. Because this is one of the things, when you get a job title that is pretty high up, this is refreshing. Okay, this is something that you want to do. Like you meet someone who wants to be in that position. So this is a good experience for that person who has that job title. Okay, voy a decir esa parte en español. Esto es una experiencia muy bonita para la persona que está siendo entrevistada, ¿ok? Es un momento especial y de verdad que se siente bien que venga una persona nueva y le pida a uno toda esta información. ¿Por qué? Porque lo saca de pronto a uno de la monotonía, como que le recuerda a uno por qué quiso estar en este trabajo, por qué escogiste esta carrera. Entonces, de verdad que hay mucha gente que está dispuesta a hacer este tipo de entrevistas y este tipo de actividades, porque a la gente por lo general le gusta ayudar, ¿ok? Le gusta hablar de las cosas que han hecho y esto es una muy, muy buena, van a tener buenos resultados, ¿no? No es, una forma muy sutil de pedir consejos, ¿ok? So let's see here, let's continue. How do I get an informational interview or an opportunity to do job shadowing, okay? Well, there's different ways, okay? This is just a few. Estas son algunas nada más. Hay más formas, pero yo solamente les puse algunas aquí. The first one is ask friends to recommend someone, okay? Do you have a friend that maybe has a family member that works at that company that you would love to work at, right? Do you have an acquaintance, right? Un conocido that knows somebody that could maybe get you that informational interview? If you're in school, si están en la universidad, go to your career center. They can help you connect with different people. This is a very useful resource if you're in college, okay? Y muchas veces hasta después de graduarse uno puede volver a la universidad y pedir ayuda del career center porque ellos le pueden ayudar con esto. Connect via LinkedIn. Se dice LinkedIn, okay? LinkedIn is very famous, is very effective here in the United States. Work on your LinkedIn, make sure it looks professional. You make sure you have a nice picture. Again, I can teach you a little bit more about LinkedIn next week or a week after. You let me know if that's what you want to learn, okay? Now, here are some tips for an informational interview. Prepare your questions and prepare a copy of your resume, okay? Print the questions. No dejen las preguntas a la memoria. Téngalas con espacio para escribir respuestas, okay? So you're doing an interview or you're taking notes. En las dos actividades, informational interview or job shadowing, you want to take notes, okay? Dress professionally. Dress as if you were going to an interview. Hay que vestirse súper, o sea, elegante dependiendo del trabajo en el que estés, pero there's no, it's better to dress really professionally and leave a good first impression, right? It's really good. Getting there 15 minutes early is being on time, okay? Don't be there an hour early. That's too early. Don't be there exactly at the time. No, you have to be there 15 minutes or 20 minutes before your appointment, okay? Take notes. That's really important because you will forget things that they told you. You should take notes, okay? This is before the informational interview, before the job shadowing. And now this is after, okay? After you're finished, okay, and you go home, read your notes. Reflect on what you learned. Say, oh, I learned this. This is amazing. Think about it, okay? This is a really good exercise. Think about what you did. And then follow up with a thank you email or a note, okay? Esto es algo que me enseñaron a mí, mandar una nota escrita, just saying thank you. Es algo que no se usa ahora, pero es algo que te va a hacer como resaltar, ¿cierto? Algo que te va a hacer como diferente. Y va a decir, oh, this is nice. He sent a thank you note. Very nice, okay? And then, again, esto es algo que yo les puedo enseñar también en un futuro, cómo escribir follow-up emails or thank you notes. That's something that we can do in the future, okay? And then here, another tip, do not talk extensively about yourself. Do not talk extensively about yourself. Esta no es una entrevista acerca de usted. Esta es una entrevista acerca de la otra persona. Usted está observando lo que la persona hace en el trabajo. No es el momento para hablar de nuestros sueños, de nuestras metas, de lo que hemos hecho, no. Es un momento de escuchar, es un momento de aprender. Si te hacen una pregunta, pues claro que hay que responder, pero es más bien para escuchar, para aprender, ¿ok? And then here, do not ask for a job. No pidan un trabajo, ¿ok? Porque entonces ahí ya no te van a referir a otra persona. Esto es para conseguir información, ¿ok? So, do not ask for a job. Y algo más que no lo añadí aquí, pero lo estoy pensando ahorita, es que hay que halagar a la persona. Hay que decirle como, wow, me encanta todo lo que estás haciendo, o de pronto buscar información acerca de la persona antes de entrar a esa entrevista y decir oh, me encanta esas clases que estás dando, me encanta esas charlas que estás dando, conocí tu, bueno, lo que sea, dependiendo del trabajo que ustedes quieran, le pueden decir cosas bonitas, cosas chéveres y eso los va a hacer sentir bien, ¿cierto? Ok, here we go. Voy a mirar el chat un momentito. Alexander, that's true. The hardest part of an interview is to ask questions, okay? That's why you need to prepare the questions before you go into this informational interview. Este informational interview es, ustedes le están haciendo la entrevista a una persona que ya tenga el trabajo que ustedes quieren, ¿ok? Entonces es como una forma de recibir información, de recibir consejos, de recibir ideas. Entonces hay que estar súper preparados antes de entrar. Good comment, Alexander. Thank you, Alexander. Let's see here. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so here I leave you with a quote, okay? With humility comes wisdom, okay? This is an opportunity, or it could become an opportunity only if you are humble. With humility comes wisdom, okay? Con la humildad viene la sabiduría. So we have to understand that this opportunity here is for you to learn information, is for you to, como recibir información en vez de ustedes dar, ¿cierto? Es un momento de crear esa sabiduría por medio de las experiencias de otra persona, ¿ok? So this is definitely something that you should go by, and it's just, again, an idea for you guys. Well, that was it from my part, okay? Muchas gracias por los que están conectados aquí. Por favor, compartan esto con alguien que esté buscando trabajo, alguien que esté estudiando para una carrera, porque eso se puede hacer en cualquier momento. Hasta los muchachos del high school o que están en la universidad pueden practicar esto que les estoy dando, o incluso cuando uno ya esté fuera de la universidad también se puede hacer. Compártanlo con otras personas, compártanlo con otros empresarios, porque esto también puede calificar en el mundo empresarial, ¿cierto? Como si tú quieres conocer acerca de cómo hacer un negocio, puedes hacer ese mismo ejercicio con un dueño de una compañía y te pueden dar consejos y te pueden dar ideas. Es de verdad que a mí me encanta. Yo lo he hecho muchas veces, estos ejercicios, y me han ayudado a tomar decisiones de qué es lo que debo estudiar, me han ayudado a seguir pasos, tener ideas para qué hacer después, ¿cierto? Todo esto viene siendo humilde, ¿ok? Be humble. With humility comes wisdom, okay? Well, thank you again. Gracias a Colombia Nos Une por esta oportunidad. Espero de que les haya gustado y que esto sea de bendición para ustedes. Y si tienen alguna pregunta, me pueden mandar un mensaje por WhatsApp, pueden ir a mi website o a mis redes sociales. Ahí voy a poner la copia de esta clase, ¿ok? Voy a poner esta presentación y también les puedo dar información de otras clases que tenemos en clases presenciales, clases virtuales y clases pregrabadas que tenemos, okay? So, thank you so much. I hope you guys have a good day and bye-bye. That's it from me.